Israel right now, Zionism is at its worst and lowest point ever in terms of public opinion in the US, in the UK, all across the West, all across the planet. People hate their fucking guts. Not because they're Jewish, no one gives a shit about your religion. Stop making it about that. It's your fucking murdering of children, bombing hospitals, and stealing land that pisses people off, okay? You're going to be offended by a chant that says death, death to the IDF, but you're not offended by the IDF literally visiting death on human beings. What kind of fucked up logic is that? This idea that, you know, you're going to go and level cities and do this kind of stuff, and then you're not allowed to be criticized. You can take that idea and shove it right up your fucking ass, okay? You're not going to get away with this kind of shit, and then on top of it, silence me and silence others. Get absolutely and unequivocally fucked, okay? As a proud Zionist, I wouldn't feel welcome at Glastonbury this year. It's like saying, you know, well, as a proud Nazi, I would not feel welcome at this peace rally. Well, good, you shouldn't fucking feel welcome then. Fuck you. Extraordinary. You know, it's like, I want to murder Arabs and Muslims, and I want to steal their land, and I want everyone to shut up so I don't feel emotionally and intellectually challenged. The fucking nerve of these people. The fucking nerve of these people. They have such a God complex. They are so fucking high on their chosen people crack cocaine about how everything goes for them. There are special rules and exceptions for them, including murder and rape and genocide and pillaging. They think that they can do that, and then we have to shut the fuck up as well. You have another thing coming. You're in for a rude awakening because you may have won in Syria and Lebanon and Gaza and West Bank and Jerusalem, but you haven't won when it comes to public opinion. You haven't won. Israel right now, Zionism is at its worst and lowest point ever in terms of public opinion in the US, in the UK, all across the West, all across the planet. People hate their fucking guts. Not because they're Jewish, no one gives a shit about your religion. Stop making it about that. It's your fucking murdering of children, bombing hospitals, and stealing land that pisses people off, okay? It's not about your religion, and your religion doesn't ask you to do that. You're actually sullying Judaism by pretending that that's what's required of you. It's your behavior that's the problem, not your religion. People don't like thieves and they don't like murderers. It's really that simple. So Glastonbury, the festival organizers, came out and they put out this statement that there is no place at Glastonbury for anti-Semitism, hate speech, or incitement to violence. I think the violence is coming from the fucking IDF. Yeah? Like actual, literal violence, physical violence. Screaming into a microphone, right, is hardly violence. It's just you don't like to hear. It's inconvenient, maybe. It's perhaps a tough pill to swallow, but it's not fucking violence. Violence is when I drop a 2,000-pound bomb on your family in your apartment. That's violence. Look at what Israelis like to sing. This is a classic. It's called May Your Village Burn. Here's another famous classic that the Israelis like to chant or sing. They're saying death to arrows, motav li'aravim. These are not hate fests that you'll ever see mentioned on the news now, will you? It's not the Israelis that are murdering people, that are butchering people. They're not the terrorists. You know, the ones that are physically, literally, in a three-dimensional space, murdering people. They're not terrorists, no. No, I'm the terrorist. Bob Dylan's a terrorist. Journalists are terrorists, musicians are terrorists, activists are terrorists, but never the fucking Israelis. The Israelis are altar boys, right? They're a bunch of angels and saints. They're just war pigs that are misunderstood. How dare you vent any anger towards their terrorist organization? How dare you? I think that makes you terrorist. That makes you anti-Semitic too. So double offenses right there. The Israelis themselves keep shoving this down your throats that the IDF isn't made up of just Jews. They're proud of that. They try to market the IDF as being a diverse group of terrorists, right? They're not like Hamas that don't allow Catholics, right? Or apparently they do now. No. The IDF are very diverse. They have Christians, right? They've got evangelical nut jobs. They've got Jews, and then they've got Muslims. That they're manipulating your emotions and your intellect to become a shell of a human. That's what they want to do with all of us. That's their objective. They need mindless, brainless zombies that just go to work, you know, pay their taxes, give them money, say okay to the wars, and shut the fuck up. That's what they want. That's why they feign outrage over someone talking into a microphone, whether that's me, whether that's Bob Dylan, whether that's, Kneecap, who cares? Doesn't matter, right? Whether it's Jeremy Corbyn. To them, that is a far greater crime than actual literal murder. And then they make talking into a microphone the terrorist offense, but not terrorism itself. But there are people right now that are really struggling. People are struggling with their bills. They can't pay their bills. And instead of treating those ailments in the economy, in society, they're They're busy running around sending senior government ministers on television to condemn festivals. Do your fucking jobs and leave us the hell alone. Do your goddamn jobs. Your job is not to police speech. This is crazy, the number of resources that they mobilized to crack down on people. What the hell is going on? Have you lost your minds?